This show is done live every Saturday night, and as we speak, about 50% of all Australians will be doing one thing: having a dinner party. Now, as you may know, these can be pretty horrific experiences, which is why we've decided to prepare this brief guide to the Australian dinner party. Now, first up, you'll need a host, or in our case, a hostess. It's her job to spend the entire day cooking and cleaning and preparing, and then the entire evening apologising for just about everything.
I'm sorry about the soup, everyone. I think I might have burnt the onions when I was cooking.
You didn't burn the onions, no.
I'm sorry about the tomatoes. I couldn't get any in season, and I just...
The tomatoes were fine. That was okay.
What about that WA ink report, hey? What a disaster.
That was my fault too, I'm sorry.
Yeah, as you may have picked up, it's the guest's job to sort of praise the hostess in direct proportion to her self-denigration, hence...
I'm sorry about the chicken. It was a little bit tough.
This chicken that I've ever tasted. That was beautiful.
I'm sorry I didn't have time to re-stump the house. I should have done it before I cooked. I know.
You can actually imagine the Hitlers holding a dinner party.
We're sorry we invaded Poland.
We'd have done exactly the same thing.
Apart from a lot of apologising, the hostess also has to monitor the food and drink situation throughout the evening, even if this means killing off all other forms of conversation.
So there we were. Absolutely knackered.
I'll bet.
We get back to the bus, and who should be in the front
Do you like
seat?
some more wine, Shirley? Perhaps I can
I was
top
right
you
in the middle of my conversation.
Well, darling, you've been a little bit slow.
Yeah.
I cooked the meal.
Why do I get the impression these two are married? Now, the other role of the hostess is, of course, to arrange seating. With couples, fairly straightforward. You just put them as far apart as humanly possible. But singles can be a bit more of a challenge, you know, when you go and invite a bit of a single friend to your dinner party. So what the hostess will usually do is invite another single and place the two hapless fools together and kind of, you know, wait for the magic to start.
So, Michael, still no luck on the romance front?
No.
Still single? That's an incredible coincidence because Shelley here is also single. Her husband died last week.
Great. Apart from being single, these two will have absolutely nothing in common, but it won't stop our hostess from giving it a red-hot go.
Michael, I believe you're in film.
Yes, I am. I make pornos.
That is fascinating because Shelley here runs a women's refuge.
Really? So you'd be able to introduce me to heaps of chicks? Now, no matter how careful you are with your guest list, there are always some undesirables that manage to sneak in. One of the most common at an Australian dinner party is this couple. They're usually in their 30s and they have only one interest in life, an interest shared by no one else.
Have I told you we're renovating? Yeah. We're doing the cornices at the moment because we finished doing the floorboards. I've actually got pictures of the original work right here.
Yeah.
Pass them around in a clockwise direction, please.
These people can drag home renovations into almost any conversation.
More salad, anyone? I'm sorry about the dressing. I could have really used a little bit more vinaigrette and I could shoot myself.
That's exactly what I thought to myself when I used an oil-based paint on the skirting boards. Actually, I've got pictures of it. You can actually keep those because I've got 6 of each.
Okay. Perhaps the most undesirable character to work his way into a dinner party, and it's not just the ponytail, let me tell you. It's this chap here. He's lots of things. He's politically correct.
Did I tell you that I'm thinking of not flying British Airways to London at the end of the year? I hear they still fly to South Africa.
Yes. He's also an overactor. No, he's also a compulsive name dropper.
Did I tell you I went to the Writers' Festival meeting the other night? I spoke to Philip Adams. And Jill. Oh, sorry, Gillian Armstrong. And I said that if we're going to broaden the base on this whole Writers' Festival thing, I want to see the plans.
That's what I said to the architect.
More wine,
Stop. But I think the most fascinating thing about this guy is that he tends to consider himself more of a feminist than any of the women at the table.
I relented during the week. I actually saw Basic Instinct, and as a man, feel offended. As a man, I feel offended. The roles of women are disgraceful.
Gee, I love the film.
Oh, so did I. So did I. I loved it too. Maybe I'm sensitive because I've been doing a lot of work with the Women's Committee on the non-genderification of vocabulary. How close was that? We actually during the week we had a win. We changed. We changed Walkman to Walk Person.
Yeah. I think we've all sat next to a guy like this at a dinner party. Why people invite Australian Democrats, it's got me beat.
I'm actually voting independent. I don't want the party political system to come into...
That's about it for our beginner's guide to a dinner party. The only thing that remains now is getting rid of your guests at the end of the evening and, well, you can try yawning.
Oh dear, is that the time?
You can try fairly subtle comments like...
Well, it's been a great night, hasn't
Yes,
it?
a lovely night.
But at last, on Saturday night, there is now a foolproof method for getting rid of your dinner party guests.
I know everyone. Why don't we watch The Late Show?
Oh, no, get out of here.